where everybody thinks they are a model. In the world of Instagram filters,
Like, I can't do this anymore. Don't want to do this. I went for Mrs. Universe Dubai just for fun. Ended up winning Mrs. Universe Dubai. When I won the title, it was my platform and my silver lining to say, right, Pam, you're not going to be just the girl that just wins a pageant and puts a crown on to look pretty. Do something. Make a difference.
that is why we were trying to build that support system which IWD is today for women coming together. What is the one thing that brings you joy every day?
Chocolate.
Do models really eat chocolates?
Quite a lot. But yes, models eat chocolate. Of course we do. We don't tell you guys.
What's your words of wisdom for somebody who's going through issues?
When I talk to people, and I talk to women especially, I address my issues. When you've been through something yourself and you've gone through issues yourself, people relate to you more because you're sharing your story.
Welcome to Women of Wonder by Reema Mahajan, or Wow Woman as we lovingly call it. This is our initiative to bring to you stories of empowered and ambitious women so that we can all take inspiration from them. My guest today is a UAE top model, also crowned as Mrs. UAE World 2022 and Mrs. Universe Dubai 2021. In addition to modeling, she's also a passionate advocate for a variety of social causes. And we're very interested to hear more about her journey today. Welcome to the show, Pamela. Lovely to have you here.
Hi, Reema. How are you? I am honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Well, you are an inspiration for a lot of women out there, and we'd love to learn from your journey today. But let's start from the very beginning. Where are you from? How did you land in Dubai? How did it all happen?
So, my full name is Pamala Serena, and I am born in London, raised in London, third generation British. And I come from a background degree of psychology. I've been living in Dubai for 10 years. It's my home. I think it's my first home, then my second home. I think UK, London is my second home now. I love being here. I think UAE is a safe country and it's nice to be here because I feel like it opens more opportunities and doors for us women. We have a lot more support, I feel.
Well, Dubai is the land of opportunity. There's something for everybody out there. How did you enter the world of modeling in Dubai? Were you always doing it back in London, or is this something you picked up here?
So no, I did it back in London. Actually, when I was in school, just small fashion shows and commercials, advertisements. I won Miss India UK. And then I was still doing fashion shows, wedding exhibitions. Then I was studying for my psychology degree, so I stopped for a while, concentrated on studying and had a gap, came here, and then I went for Mrs. Universe Dubai just for fun. It was not, I didn't think I was going to win at all. It was just a bit of fun. I saw it on Instagram and I was scrolling through and I was like, yep. And then I decided to go through this, the pageant here. Didn't think I was going to win at all. And I went through it, applied, registered, and it was postponed. Ended up winning Mrs. Universe Dubai. And when they announced in the finals, I was like, there was two last contestants. I'm like, did I win? Did I not? Did I win? What's going on? So then life changed after my first Titan. And I was like, okay, now I have to give back to the society. I have to do my bit as well, do my due diligence. I have to give back. So I decided, back to your question. So was I a model before? Yes, I was.
Yes. So modeling comes with a lot of challenges, isn't it? It's a lot of women or a lot of girls want to be models today. What are your tips and tricks for these, especially these aspiring teenagers where everybody thinks they are a model? In the world of Instagram filters,
yes.
What are your success tips for being a good model out there?
I would say now on social media, we have all the filters, we have the tweaks and the edits, but also at the same time, in this stone age, before modeling was, you had to be super, super skinny, like a minus size 0 and tall. But now I do find that they are taking in a lot of girls are modeling in different shapes as well and sizes. I feel that's quite, it's not a taboo anymore and it's getting into trend. But there are the filters there on the same time. So it's kind of like a 50-50 here, on the same time where you have to look a certain way with the filters. And then people think that, okay, I look nice in this filter and I should look like that all the time. So that's hard as well. I would say for anything that I've done, obviously modeling and going for the pageant, and even when you're on the runway, you do get nervous. It's normal. it's, and your heart's beating and you're nervous and your legs are shaking, you're walking, you do that. But the most important thing is to not to be stressed out, to be relaxed, but to enjoy it. Like if you enjoy something you do, like now I'm talking to you, Reema, and you're an amazing lady, and I'm just enjoying myself talking to you.
You've just made my day.
Thank you. So I'm literally enjoying it. And when you're enjoying it, you have fun and it kind of flows out, if that makes sense. So my tip to the girls would be, if you want to be modeling, always give your 100%, always look your 100%, but enjoy yourself when you're doing it. Don't stress so much that it becomes an errand or a chore where you're stressed and then you're overthinking and then it's not fun anymore. Then what's the point if you're doing something and it's not enjoyable?
Yeah. Brilliant. So you seem to be enjoying your modeling assignments a lot. Which of the projects that you've done so far have been your favorite ones, most memorable ones?
My most fun campaigns, I've done quite a fair bit. But my main one, which is probably coming out in the next few days, is Malabar Gold and Diamonds. They're a huge, massive retail gold and diamond store. So I'm looking forward to that. And it's going to be amazing because, they've worked with Kareena Kapoor and Alia Bhatt and I'm next. So I'm like, okay.
Well, congratulations. I mean, that sounds like an amazing campaign coming up.
Yes.
Let's talk about the social impact bit. You work a lot around mental health awareness. Tell us why you're so passionate about it.
I'm passionate about it because I've done my degree in psychology. I've worked with kids with long-term illnesses and autism back in the past. And after COVID, I would say we have to address anxiety and depression and mental health because statistically the rates have gone up so much. And I just feel, especially generally in life and more in the Indian society, when we are working and doing things, people say, okay, I'm stressed. Oh, yeah, all right, whatever. I'm stressed. But when you go through stress and it leads to anxiety and it leads to depression, that in the end can lead to suicide rates, which have gone skyrocket after COVID. And I feel like it's not addressed as it should be. So when I won the 2 titles, it was my platform and my silver lining to say, right, Pam, you're not going to be just the girl that just wins a pageant and puts a crown on to look pretty. Do something, make a difference. And what are you going to do and how are you going to do it? In COVID, I had a back injury and I was bedbound and I suffered from anxiety, which did lead to depression. And, I wasn't well for, just under a year. And that's a horrible feeling to have, But when I was suffering this anxiety, before, when people used to say to me, I suffer from anxiety, I never understood it either. And I was just like, oh, okay, you just address it like it's very minimal. And when I went through it and I was like, I can't breathe, I'm going through this anxiety. And it's such a horrible feeling. Like, I don't wish it upon anyone, but we don't address the seriousness of it. So I wanted to address these issues and make an impact and talk about it. Because I feel like, I don't know if you agree with me, Reema. Do you feel like on social media and generally in life, when we say, how are you? It's all about, I'm fine. I'm good. Everything's perfect. It's all glamorous, especially here. Yeah, life is good and I'm looking good and everything's photoshopped and edited and it's perfect. But how many people do you actually ask or they tell you, no, I'm not okay. I'm going through this. I'm going through problems. I'm not coping well with the COVID situation or being indoors, or I'm going through anxiety. I'm going through stress. I'm not okay. How many people have you heard say that?
Not many. And that's very interesting you talk about it because, IWD, Indian Women in Dubai, the community we run today came out of COVID due to a similar reason.
Okay.
So during COVID, I could sense the stress in the system, especially the women in the system, emotional stress, financial stress, physical stress of not being able to step out of their homes and, things changing at home. And that is why we were trying to build that support system, which IWD is today, for women coming together and supporting each other. And you being the voice of these women, right, that it's okay to talk about anxiety. It's okay to talk about if you're not feeling well. It's okay to tell people that you are having mental health issues and we'll find a solution together. I think having that support system together in the society makes a big impact and can change a lot of lives.
Yes.
What's your words of wisdom for somebody who's going through issues? Like if somebody has anxiety issues, what are the 2 tips they could use to come out of it or at least seek help in the right direction?
So because when I talk to people and I talk to women especially, and I address my issues, I think when you've been through something yourself and you've gone through issues yourself and you're personally related to it, people relate to you more because you're sharing your story. Whereas if I'm reading something just from a book or a therapist said, it'll be like, okay, or a quote, it's different. But when people see you go through things. So when I used to talk about, okay, I had an issue, a health issue, and I went through it, and this is how I overcame it and what I went through, that's when I got a response back, from, and just normal girls. I used to get responses from like messages from Kuwait, from Bahrain, from Qatar, saying, you know what, we've been through this. And because you've addressed your issue, you've given us inspiration that we can do it also, or we can do this. Because I've always had words of encouragement for people that, look, you come in all different shapes and sizes. You can do whatever you want if you put your mind and power to it. So for me, the tips I would give for my issues was, I tried to heal myself in the sense where I was, listening to a lot of podcasts, right? I was Joe Dispenza is one of my fans. I love him. He's, a great inspiration. I decided to start meditating. I prayed. So praying, meditation, and I combined it with holistic healing, which is, I did chakra healing, pranic healing, and talking to someone, a therapist, which is the professional side. Right? Yeah. So if you combine holistic healing with the professional healing therapy and you combine it, I feel you get better results. So then I was looking into it and I saw like, we don't really have much centers here for that. We have one or the other. So you have a psychologist or a hospital, you can go to a clinic and you can talk about it, or you can have the holistic centers, right?
Yeah.
But combining it, we don't have it. So I was thinking, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to open a facility for not only women, for anyone. Everyone's welcome and any age is welcome, where I want to open a holistic clinic, a combination of the two, which is a medical therapy and the holistic healing, a center where people can go and get help and they can relax as well and meditate as well and have that peace of mind. I think the combination of the two therapies is definitely, you get more better results than having just 12 sessions of speaking to someone.
Right. Yeah. I think it has to be holistic in every sense, right?
Everything is like, everything we do now is coming back in. Like we, back in the day, we burned sage, agarbatti, and now everyone's doing it again now that, it's back in trend.
The whole round circle, isn't it?
Yeah, the breathing, the pranic healing, the breathing that we do, the awareness we create. So everything's kind of coming back from the yoga back in the century. So these, combine it with yoga. I think the old holistic healings definitely is something because it's been there for years and it's still working and people are still into it.
Yes.
The organic.
Yeah, absolutely. Healing. Completely agree. So do we see you coming up with a center very soon? Is that kind of what the future plan is?
The future plan is that,
yes.
But I need to get a team together where it's, there's good therapists and, good holistic healers and something in. I don't think it's something I can do alone. I think I'll need a team of people to be realistic in it because it's going to be a big center.
Right.
Or it's going to be a center as such where I would try to do it with a good team.
Yeah, and with the experts in every area, isn't it? Pulling it together. Brilliant. Well, that's lovely. We wish you all the best for that. So, Pam, in today's world, a lot of women and teenagers especially want to be models, right? And they think it's all about not eating anything all day, going for plastic surgeries, staying in the gym all day. Is that the reality? What's your word of advice for those women?
I mean, if they want to only live a few years, then maybe, but no, it's not. I would say, to be healthy, you have to eat. And even any nutritionist would tell you that. Eat healthy, eat small portions. Usually for me, cut out carbs. So cut all carbs out, drink lots of water, and exercise. Yeah, I can't eat one cucumber a day. Sorry, guys. I'm too much of a foodie. I'm Punjabi. I have to have my food.
Well, you said you're a Punjabi, right? So you are the British state Punjabi, or can we listen to some Punjabi of yours?
Oh, God.
I'm sure you have a lot of Punjabi fans watching this podcast. So I'd love to hear that Tate British Punjabi coming out.
Okay, I would say, I would say to everyone, every time you go out there, chak de fate.
Well, that's brilliant. Let's move on to our next round, which is Direct Dil Se, the rapid fire round. Let's get to know the other side of Pamela.
Rapid fire round means I need to.
Yeah, just Direct Dil Se. Don't
Okay.
think too much about the answers. Let's get to know you, the real you, essentially. All right. Some very interesting questions coming up. What's the one thing that you're most grateful for?
My life.
Your life?
My life.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that you would like to learn or try next as a model?
I want to become a business entrepreneur. I want to open something which is combined with sustainability as well.
Brilliant. What is the one thing you wish more people knew or understood about your work?
That it's not all glamorous and easy.
I think all you have to do is put on makeup and sit here.
Yeah, exactly. Just put the crown on, and people think, oh, yeah, she just showers, sits, sleeps in the crown, and
And you wake up like this every morning.
that I'm just a normal girl next door, But yeah, it's not all glamorous. It is hard work behind the scenes, and there are early starts at 6 a.m. in the morning sometimes, and late finishes as well. But yeah, it's not all glamorous. It's hard work.
Do you ever walk around your house in a bun up and hair up?
Yes, all the time. Yes, I'm
In the most oldest night suit ever.
Yes, I'm just like today, even when my friends come over, like if I have a day off, I'm like, wait, no makeup on. I need to let my skin breathe, Obviously, we have to put makeup on, but I'm like, I let my skin breathe. Hair in a bun, tracksuit, and trainers. Like that's my pajamas. That's my favorite chill out.
What's your beauty regime like?
It can be better.
What are the tips you're going to share? What do you not miss, basically?
You know what? I'm more into the natural kind of way. I'm not that I'm against anyone getting like fillers and everything done, but I'm more the natural way. I think more of organic products we can use, which is the fruits, the avocado, the honey, the coconut milk, to use that. So lots of always face mask, keep hydrated, and drink lots of water.
How much water do you drink every day? What's your target?
Oh God, I try. I'm getting better.
Yeah.
I try to drink 2 to 3 liters a day.
Right.
But before I used to hate drinking water, but it did impact my skin. Now it's improved.
Brilliant. That's a good tip.
Natural ways are the best ways, I feel.
No, I completely agree. And they're longer term.
And look at your skin is beautiful. So how much water do you drink every day?
Target is 2 liters, but I'm sure my fitness trainer will want a lot more.
Yeah, I think it's 2 to 3 liters we should drink, right? Yeah.
We try every day. Moving on, how do you relax or unwind after a long and a stressful day? Just like today, you've been shooting back to back since 6 a.m. this morning, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
What do you do?
So my first thing I do, honestly, is I go home, I take my clothes off, I put my comfy pajamas on and hair in a bun, and then I'm okay. Yeah, so that's honestly, it's and then I feel relaxed. I'm okay. When I take my jewelry off and sit on the sofa, and I pick up my baby Pomeranian, which I love to bits, and then I just cuddle him for 5 minutes, and then everything's fine.
Oh, brilliant. So you're a dog mom. You love dogs?
Yes, I do. My one's a special one. But also meditating as well. Even if I try to do 15 minutes, if I'm really stressed out or I feel very like it's been a stressful day, meditating, even if I do 5 minutes or 10 minutes just to get the breathing awareness in, that also really, really helps.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Spending time with yourself.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the one thing that makes you very happy or brings you joy every day?
Chocolate. Lots of chocolate.
Do models really eat chocolates?
I have I have a weak spot for chocolate. So I try and have like one small piece, not the whole bar. But yeah, I eat a lot. I've cut down quite a lot. But yes, models eat chocolate. Of course we do. We just don't tell it. We don't tell you guys.
Do you have cheat days once a week?
Yes. No, yes, I do. Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm more of a person that eats everything. I'm not like very strict with my diet. I try to be healthy, of course. I'm not strict with my diet about eating, but just the quantities. Like I just minimize them. So if I have like, for example, if it's a burger, if I do ever have a burger, I'll just take the bread out or take half of the bread out.
Right,
so it's not all of it in my stomach. But I do the healthy regime. Like I drink like turmeric, ginger, hot water, lemon every day. I try to do green juicing every day. Coconut water, of course, normal water. So I try to put the the healthy bit in, so it balances if I eat anything which is not. And also we're Punjabi, so we love our Indian curry, It's like I love my Indian food.
Are you a butter chicken Punjabi?
I'm a lamb curry Punjabi.
Lamb-
I'm a lamb curry Punjabi, and I love to cook.
Right. What do you cook? What's the favorite thing?
So I'm more into non-veg than veg, but I can make everything Indian. I make lamb curry, chicken curry, biryani, roti, parathas. I make British roast chicken, roast leg, lasagna, pasta. I kind of make everything.
The model cooking food and like the Indian British curry food. It's amazing.
Back to your question, actually, how I de-stress. If I feel very stressed out, like I feel like I've had a really bad day, to de-stress myself, I just cook. I just cook and cook and cook. I probably don't even eat it, but I'll just cook it and then I'll just say, who wants to eat can come over.
Yes.
But I don't know, it just kind of really de-stresses me.
That sounds very amazing. That's a real foodie talking.
I know I don't cook in my high heels and my crown, just in case you're wondering.
That's where the comfy pajamas come in.
Yeah, for sure.
Moving on, what is the one thing that you're very proud of in your life?
There's quite a few things I'm proud of. I'm proud of the way I won 2 titles in 1 year, which was a big achievement.
Really hard work. It doesn't come easy. I can tell you. Yeah.
I traveled to Vegas. I competed with 75 countries. It was hard work, and it was so far from home. And, you're just with strangers. And you're representing a nation. I'm proud to be representing a whole nation. That's the most amazing thing. And Ambassador for Peace for United Nations, that was my biggest achievement as well, being a new title, Her Excellency. But representing a whole nation is my biggest achievement, I would say. And I am becoming this public role model.
Absolutely. There's so many women who look up to you. And I think we need to appreciate UAE here, that how with open hands they've welcomed expats here. And you're so much a part of UAE now that you're representing the country abroad.
Here, it's been so good for me because I feel like you get more opportunities. There's more doors opening. It's been a silver lining for me, but it's been great because I feel like I can do more here. Maybe in another place I couldn't do so much, but they're so accommodating and so helpful. UAE itself has been just amazing. Really, it's a great honor.
Absolutely agree with that. Well, UAE is the home away from home for all of us Indians, isn't it?
Not even my second home now. It's my first home, I would say. And you, how long you been here?
So I've been in UAE about 5 years now and counting. So not too old, but I think UAE has welcomed me with open arms. The community that I'm trying to build all came into life in UAE. My previous consultant life just took a corporate life, took a side lane, and I've completely turned an entrepreneur, social entrepreneur.
Wow, yeah.
So big change in career, big change in family life. But yeah, it's amazing and absolutely loving it so far. So every time when we were moving from London, like 5 years ago, when we made the decision to move to UAE, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how this country would turn up.
Where would you move from?
So we were in London for 10 years.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so I did my education in India, got married. My husband was in London, stayed there for 10 years. And when you stay at a place for 10 years, it's kind of home.
It's home.
And London is beautiful in itself. So like London was home. So when we made a family decision to move here, I wasn't sure what UAE has in store for you because I'd heard I don't know what Dubai is going to be like. Will I be able to settle there? Will I be able to find new friends there? But it's been an amazing journey in the last few years and I have no regrets. Absolutely.
Back. Once you're here, you don't look back because, and it's very easy as well and accommodating, Yeah. When I go back to London, I'm home like, why am I doing this? Or how can I get this delivered? Or, can someone pick up this? And then it's like, it's all very different. So you're like, okay. And then you come back and you're like, even petrol, because, they put the petrol in for you here. And then you go to London, you have to go out, put the petrol in, then go and walk there and pay. Yeah, and I'm like, oh God. And then shopping as well, like they pack everything for you. But now everything's delivered. It's so easy. So these are the small things that you kind of miss eventually. And then the weather as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's always raining in England. It's got a bit better. This summer was nice though, but generally it's...
Well, the sky is always grey there. So,
Yeah, exactly. And here the weather's quite uplifting. So every time when I land back, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
That's lovely to know. Moving on to the next question. What is the one thing that you're most excited about or curious about coming in the future?
I'm curious of where I'm going to end up because all the achievements I've made now and what I've done. I'm curious of where I'm going to end up, like what I'm going to do. But definitely my next thing would be opening up business venture. And I'm going to try and combine that with sustainability as well. because that's the new thing that's in now, and UAE is really supporting it.
This is the year of sustainability
Yeah,
here, right? So
yeah.
COP28 is coming, so
COP28,
why
yeah,
not?
yeah.
Brilliant. What's your motto or mantra for life?
You only live once.
Do you party a lot?
You only live once.
Yeah.
And I would say, the world is your oyster. Don't give up. Be confident in what you want to do. That's my motto, actually. The world is your oyster. You can achieve anything you want if you put your heart, body, and soul and mind to it.
That's lovely, and that's really, really inspirational. Who's your favorite model of all times?
Oh, Naomi Campbell. She's amazing. And she had a baby at such a late age as well. And she just still looks like she's 21.
She still looks perfect,
Yes.
to be honest. Well, it's been lovely. You've definitely won our hamper. So here you go. We call it the
Thank
Women of
you.
Wonder hamper. This has been compiled by women from the community, essentially. So the candles and the bracelets and the jewelry and the packing, everything comes from IWD community.
Oh, thank you
Lovely
so
to have you.
much. This is amazing. Look at this. So beautiful. This is definitely coming home with me.
Yes, you're taking this home.
Thank you.
We'll keep it here while we finish our show.
Yes.
We've talked about your beautiful journey as a model, as somebody who wants to create real social impact. What's your message to all the women who are watching this show? What are your words of wisdom to anybody who looks up to you as an inspiration?
I think I would say in life, we go through all the ups and downs. And sometimes there's a point in life where you just want to give up and you're like, I can't do this anymore. Or I don't want to do this. Or I've lived my life so much now. What else is there for me to do? I think when you have that thought process, then you probably won't end up doing anything. When you have a thought process of think, okay, I want to achieve this, or I want to do that, or I use, as we're so many influencers on social media now, we see each other. I feel inspired by a lot of women. You know, I watch them, even by you, I'm inspired when I see your podcast. I'm like, wow, that's so
Thank
amazing.
you so much. Yeah.
So I believe with women empowerment, we influence each other, but we help each other grow. And you also feel like, okay, you know, she's doing this, I can do this. And it's not about what I was talking earlier as well, because I was at a radio station. We were talking about how women feel once they're married or they have kids that they can't do anything, but that's not the truth. I would say age is nothing but a number. And don't just stop your life because you've got married or you have kids. Continue and do whatever you can. But why not? Well, I mean, when does it end? There's no limit or no restriction, right? So something that you couldn't do earlier in your youth or your childhood and you wanted to do it now, why not? For example, me, I don't know how to ride a bike. But I've always wanted to ride it, so I'm going to start taking lessons next week.
Brilliant.
It's quite funny with me on a bike. I don't know what I'm doing, but it's something that I always wanted to do. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to learn to ride a bike. I mean, it's something maybe silly to some people, but I always wanted to do it as a child and I never did it. And I feel like I'm missing out. So it's never too late to do anything. So that's definitely my advice to everyone out there, is that if you have goals and you have ambitions, go for it. Don't stop. Do not stop. And even if you try and you fail and you try again and you fail, it's okay. You know, no one's perfect. We're just human.
Absolutely. So it's never too late to do anything. That's the key message from our guest of honor today, Miss Pamela. It's been lovely talking to you. If you liked our podcast, please like and subscribe to our channel and leave your comments in the comment box below. Thank you.